Hey everybody, welcome to JLB Sports TV. I am Justin Block, and today Liverpool drew Everton at Anfield 0-0. Now before I jump into the match, two housekeeping notes. One, there's a special Facebook page that I want you to check out. It's Indigo Pierce's Liverpool News. Indigo is a top Liverpool fan. His page is great Liverpool banter, and you should also check out his FIFA page where he talks about FIFA and Liverpool specifically. So links to that down below. Also want to thank him for this nice graphic that he made for us. Very nifty piece of work by Indigo, so thank you very much for supporting the channel, and guys, go support Indigo. Check out his Facebook pages. Also, one more thing, the Ryan Babel interview is coming. As you guys may know, I interviewed him a couple weeks ago. We've been editing it non-stop. It's quite a lengthy interview, so there's a lot of work to be done with it, but that should come later this week, so be on the lookout for that. Babel does give some information into his time at Liverpool, how he's fared since then, his time at Ajax, and he does talk about Christian Eriksen a little bit, which I'll include in a separate video specifically on Eriksen and Liverpool. But jumping into this match, today was unfortunately Jamie Carragher's final Merseyside derby. One that kind of was pretty boring, to be honest, pretty poor game overall, but still Carragher's last derby. It's a shame he didn't score, the boyhood Everton fan. And going into the setup, Everton were kind of defensive in a way. Everton opted for a 4-4-1-1 shape with Fellaini sort of playing behind Enrique in center forward role, but Fellaini could always come back and play in midfield. So in essence, Everton could really have 4 and even 5 men in midfield to deal with Liverpool's attack. Liverpool were unchanged from last week from the side that completely obliterated Newcastle United, a move I was very happy with. I really like the shape that Liverpool have been playing with the past couple of matches. But starting off, the match was pretty cagey, full of fouls, very direct play from both teams. Liverpool sort of stooped down to Everton's level. They committed 6 fouls in the first half, Everton committed 5, and Liverpool were honestly pretty direct. Lots of long balls going, Steven Gerrard was flying them all over the place. And when they're that accurate, you can't complain, but Liverpool definitely stooping down to Everton's level, trying to make this a rugby match, a very rough and tumble match on both sides. That's not something I was very happy with. I wanted Liverpool to sort of stay within their tempo, stay within how they want to play. They sort of let Everton dictate how the match was going to go, and to me that's why the match ended 0-0. Everton were really always trying to make it a close match and maybe try and nick a goal, and that's exactly what they almost did if it wasn't for a certain referee call that we'll talk about a little later on. Now the biggest problem for Liverpool for me was that Coutinho was kind of bottled up in the first half. In attack, he was coming centrally, playing in that 4-2-3-1 role right behind Sturridge, and he was completely swallowed up by Everton's midfield. Jared Gibson did well to really mark him, and Coutinho really didn't have that much time and space on the ball. The first 15-20 minutes, he really didn't even have a touch of the ball at all. It was that sort of end-to-end rugby-style cagey action. But despite all of this, Coutinho actually managed to create 2 chances in the first half, more than anybody else in Liverpool. So it really goes to show Coutinho's quality. Even when he's not really on the ball that much, and when he's struggling to get opportunities, he can still create because he's just that special of a player. Now I thought going into the second half, it would have been wise for Brendan Rodgers to swap Henderson and Coutinho, because Henderson was playing on the left wing, so I believe that if Henderson came centrally, he can sort of deal with the wolves of Everton's midfield, and you could have Coutinho on the wing, win some one-on-one battles on the left-hand side, and create more space for himself to make opportunities for other Liverpool players, and we saw exactly that in the first 15 minutes of the first half. In fact, what might have been the best opportunity of the match for Liverpool, it was created because Coutinho was on the left-hand side. Fellaini gave the ball away. Coutinho was going down the left-hand channel, played a perfect through ball to Daniel Sturridge, who was sort of rounded the keeper, but Tim Howard really did well to stay with Sturridge and make a good point-blank save on him. But again, created because Coutinho was on the left-hand side and played a beautiful through ball. Like I said last week, Liverpool, before Coutinho's side, were only averaging 1.2 successful through balls a match. That stat is now way above 2. I believe it's at 2.3 successful through balls. So Coutinho playing those inside channels better than any other Liverpool player, and almost created a goal. A desperately needed goal for Liverpool. I thought on that specific chance, Sturridge could have been a little bit better, a little bit quicker, but all the credit in the world to Tim Howard for playing the situation perfectly. As a whole, I thought Daniel Sturridge was pretty wasteful, especially in the first half. He let go a couple long chances when Henderson could have been played in or Coutinho could have been played in. There were willing midfield runners for Sturridge to play in and create for other people, but instead he went for glory, taking the long shots. Piss poor from Daniel Sturridge in that situation. There was some bright 1-2 play from Liverpool. Daniel Sturridge just had the ball taken off his foot. I believe that was in the second half when he should have really just rifled it with his right foot. I think Daniel Sturridge thought that he had more time in a lot of instances where he just didn't have much time at all. Everton did well to close him down, really bottle up Daniel Sturridge as a lone striker today for Liverpool. Another player who I thought was just horrible for Liverpool and sort of epitomized their day was Jose Enrique. It seemed like every single time he got the ball, at his left pole back spot. It was just going to be a long ball, shuttled off to nowhere. And we had seen those passes work between him and Suarez for a couple chances this season, but today it was not it. Every single pass forward from Enrique was horrible. Enrique only completed 72% of his passes, which was below what Liverpool completed today, which is 79%, which is below their season average of 84%. So a piss poor passing day for Enrique and bad passing day for Liverpool as well. Now the big controversy in the second half was a Silva and Distin goal disallowed. On the goal, it was on a corner kick. Big surprise, Liverpool didn't defend on a corner kick. Distin kind of just destroyed Jamie Carragher physically, got on top of him, headed it in. But it was disallowed because I believe Anichebe impeded Pepe Reina on goal, which if you're going by the book, yeah, that was a foul on Anichebe, but you see that not called so many times in the box. This one time it was called in Liverpool's favor, and you could say it's a bit of poetic justice considering Luis Suarez's goal was wrongly disallowed at Goodison Park back in the fall. So you could say that Liverpool should have won the last match on a wrongly disallowed goal, and Everton probably could have nicked this match on a wrongly disallowed goal as well. So poetic justice, all is fair in the end. Now the biggest mistake for me of the match was done by Brendan Rodgers. It was a tactical mistake to him. I do not think he should have taken off Henderson for Barini. Yeah, the whole midfield for a striker thing, that works in your mind, it seems to logically work, but Liverpool were kind of stagnant after that. I believe in the first 15-20 minutes where Liverpool were really bright and going, and then that sort of stopped after Henderson came off for Barini. After that, Liverpool kind of went in a 4-4-2 shape, and it was rigid, didn't really have any chances, nobody really centrally to create. I think Daniel Sturridge in that situation was supposed to act as a center forward, but he was always one to never really come behind Barini. After that, I believe Liverpool kind of were done for the rest of the match. Not really much action after that. This was a match that really could have used some Luis Suarez magic. We thought after last match, hey, Liverpool are kind of playing better as a team because Luis Suarez isn't here, and everything sort of goes through Suarez. But that was against Newcastle. This was against Everton, a much tougher opponent. And in a cagey derby match, Luis Suarez was really missed. I believe that if he was on this pitch today, Liverpool maybe could have eked out a 1-0 win on the back of his magical feet. And before I wrap up, I just want to commend Steven Gerrard for a fantastic effort today, a real box-to-box effort for Steven Gerrard. Strong in the tackle, just spraying these balls all left and right. Very accurate from Steven Gerrard. Very passionate display from him. And I think he was definitely playing for Carragher today in Carragher's last Merseyside derby. Looking forward to next week. Liverpool are playing Fulham at Craven Cottage. Now Fulham have actually lost their four of their last matches, lost to Reading yesterday. This is the Fulham side that is reeling and actually is in danger of relegation. So Liverpool should be able to take care of them next week, hopefully. Since I'm in London and Fulham is no more than an hour or two ride away from me, if you're a Liverpool fan and you happen to have an away spare for Fulham next week, please contact me. I'll be happy to take it off your hands. I'm dying to go to that match. So that's all for today with JLB Sports TV. I'm Justin Block and I need a haircut. Liverpool, piss poor game today, honestly. Kind of boring, not what you expected out of a derby, but hey, it's another point. Liverpool are unbeaten in their last 5 matches, I believe, and we have Fulham next week and QPR after that, so hopefully Liverpool can have 6 points to the end of the season.